Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Maureen. I haven't seen you in like 5 days, even more. Everyone's saying, oh, I know, it's amazing. It's kind of sad, really. And hasn't the weather just been up and down? I saw snow this weekend. Snow! So I didn't see you on Monday, but I left you some homework on the Public Libraries of Saginaw website. It was called rice writing. You didn't have homework right before Easter, so I just left some homework there on Monday. The rice writing was where you would put a little rice in a tray and you could write letters or sight words or maybe even draw pictures. Did you do it? It doesn't matter if you didn't get to it yet. You can do it at any time. That's what's so great. And you can do it more than once. And you could do it with flour or maybe even sand. And maybe sugar, although that could get very sticky indeed. I don't know, you'd have to ask your parent about that. So today is a new day on our islands and a new story to be read. Now, we may wonder every day on our islands, how am I going to remember all the wonderful things that I've done on my island, the stories I've heard, the activities I've done. Miss Beth did another craft that was wonderful with the tape and the chalk. And how am I going to remember all these great times? Well, some people write them down in a diary. Or they write a story about their life. That's kind of what our story is about today. But it's about a fish. A goldfish. Yes, he writes a story about his life in a book titled Memoirs of a Goldfish. Have you ever heard of a fish that wrote about his life? I haven't either, but this book is about that. So let's see what happens in Memoirs of a Goldfish. Memoirs is kind of like a diary. Okay, here we go. Day 1. Here's a little fishy. I swam around my bowl. Hee, 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 hee. It's not the most exciting of days, is it? Hopefully the day on your island that you write about first is a little more exciting, but he swam around his bowl. Day 1, okay. Day 2. There he is again. He swam around his bowl twice. 2 times. Oh, double the fun. Now he's swam around twice. That's good times. Woo. Wee-hee-hee. Okay. This is day 3. What's he doing? He swam around. I swam around my bowl and I thought about taking a nap. But wait a minute. Fish don't sleep. So I swam around my bowl again. So that's 3 times. He swam around his bowl 3 times. 3 times he swam. So let's see. 1 time he swam around one day. 2 times on the second day. 3 times on the third day. Did you know that fish don't nap? I nap a lot, especially on my island. Excuse me. Day 4. I got some company today. I don't like the looks of him one bit. He doesn't say anything. He just bubbles. Brrr. See the bubbles? He looks like a deep sea diver. You see that? He's not sure about him. Look at, he's looking at him sideways. It's kind of interesting though, isn't it? Day 5. Mr. Bubbles still hasn't said a word. He just looks at me. I said, hello, today. And he said, brrr. He's creepy. The fish is a little creeped out by Mr. Bubbles. Day 6. Today, my bowl looks like a garden. There are a bunch of plants in here now. Oh, I guess I'll have to water them. Great, now I've got work to do in my bowl. And here's day 7. What's happening here? Mr. Bubbles and I now have company. He's a snail. He says his name is Mervyn, and he likes to eat the slime off the inside of the bowl. Everybody say, ew. Well, the goldfish feels that Mervyn is disgusting. That's just gross. I wouldn't want to eat slime, would you? Here we have day 8. Oh! Look at how full the bowl's getting. He does not look very happy, does he, the goldfish? This is his bowl. Day 8. Things are getting very crowded. While watering the plants, I met a crab named Fred. I offered him my fin, and he nearly cut it off. Even Mr. Bubbles is afraid of him. Fred says I should stay on my side of the bowl. Look, I said. The whole bowl is my side of the bowl. He snapped his claw at me. And you know what happened? Mervyn fainted. Bump. I got to get out of this bowl. Look how full it is, everyone. Oh, goodness. It's getting crazy in the bowl, isn't it? I think it's getting crazy on your island. Crazy fun. Now it's day 9. Look at the bowl. It's insane. That does it. My bowl now contains a sunken pirate ship, 2 guppies named Rhoda and Clark, and an angelfish named Cha-Cha, who says she's from Hollywood. I can't turn around without bumping into something. At least Mervyn is happy. Look at Mervyn with that big smile on his face. He's happy because there's more gunk on the side of the bowl every day. Look at him eating so much gunk he's got it dripping off of his mouth. The more things in the bowl, the more gunk. Oh, look how unhappy the goldfish is. He's very crowded in his bowl, isn't he? Oh, that was day 9. Day 10 is next. What else could go into the bowl? I can't imagine. Day 10. This is ridiculous. I was trying to find room for a swim today when Rhoda and Clark told me that they're going to have babies soon. Like there's room for that. Fred knocked Mr. Bubbles over and he became tangled in the plants. Look at that. He's tangled in the plants. Cha-Cha said she couldn't help with Mr. Bubbles, but needed me to apply her sunscreen. The sides of the bowl are covered in slime because Mervyn says he's too full to eat anymore. Ugh! Look at Mervyn. He's very full. That look on his face like, I just can't do it. And it's just getting crazier in there. He's tangled in the plants. That they're having babies. Mervyn's full. Oh, he's very concerned. The goldfish is very concerned. There's craziness going on. Day 11. I'm a nervous wreck. Trying to avoid Fred, I turned around quickly this morning and came face to face with my reflection in a mirror. I nearly jumped out of my gills. I don't even look like myself anymore. Oh, I need to relax. Look at his reflection. This is day 12. I've had it. Rhoda and Clark were racing around the bowl. Fred was fighting with Mr. Bubbles. Mervyn kept belching. Excuse me. And Cha-Cha told me I was standing in her light. I just lost it. Look at the goldfish. He's very angry. He lost it. He said, "This is my bowl." I screamed, "I want my bowl back!" That's an angry fish, isn't it? Everyone say, "Oh no." Day 13. Today I got my wish. Sort of. With a whoosh and a splash and a clank and a plunge, I was suddenly in a very teeny tiny bowl of clear, pure water. It was a small bowl, but it was all mine. It was heavenly. I swam around my new bowl twice. sometimes twice. But I started to wonder what had happened to everyone. When I last saw Mr. Bubbles, he was tangled in green. Who would help him? Poor Mervyn was probably sick as a dogfish. He needs me. Cha-Cha will get a sunburn without me around. What about Rhoda and Clark? Did Rhoda have her baby guppies? There were probably 1,000 of them. They need me to make guppy bottles and change guppy diapers. Even Fred needs me. I'm the only one who can really talk to the crabby guy. Have they even noticed that I'm gone? Does anyone miss me? I started to cry. And that is not easy for a fish to do. Look at the goldfish. He's very, very sad. He's crying underwater. Day 14. After a long, sad night, there was a whoosh, and a splash, and a clank, and a plunge. But I was suddenly sprayed in the face by more bubbles. Look where he is. He's in a large aquarium. Mr. Bubbles gurgled a happy tune. Rhoda and Clark raced by me like two speedboats, followed by 12 of the cutest baby guppies you have ever seen. Mervyn waved his tail at me from the nice clean glass of our enormous tank, and Cha-Cha sat happily beneath an umbrella. I think even Fred missed me. The crabby crab. Oh, I'm so happy we were all back together, and I looked around and realized I was part of a big family. I guess I must have smiled because Clark said, "You look so happy." I wanted to see it for myself. Where's that mirror? Remember, I saw my reflection. What mirror? Asked Clark. We don't have a mirror, said Fred. No mirror? No wonder I didn't look like myself. It wasn't me I was seeing at all. Everybody say, I wonder who he was seeing. Well, her name is Gracie, and she's the color of a fresh tangerine. She's a Pisces just like me, and today we're going to swim around the tank together. The end. Yay! Wow! It's so cool. He was in his bowl, all alone, and then all of a sudden, all these friends were there. He had Mr. Bubbles, and he had Fred the Crab, and he had the guppies. It was craziness. And then he was so packed full, and he was like, these people are making me crazy. But then, when he didn't have those people, he was so sad. So think about that. When you're on your island with your loved ones, and sometimes you're like, these people are in my way. Remember, you'd miss them if you didn't have your family from your island. You would. I would miss my family dearly. Okay, so the goldfish wrote about his everyday activities, so that's your homework. I want you to write about your everyday activities. So you're going to write, it's called a diary. And moms and dads, you might have to help with the little ones, but have them write a diary to remember all the cool things that they've done on their island during this time. Yes, because you want to remember all the cool crafts, all the fun experiences you've had with your family that you would normally have. Wouldn't that be cool to look back and say, oh, I remember doing that. That was wonderful. So that's your homework. Write a diary, and I'll see you next time. Bye.